Hi and hello. This is Raghavanand here, and me and my team here, the team members are present here: Ashwin Kumar, Arun Karthik, Raghavanand, and Bhuvneshwari here, are here to present our project in the GRIDS Mindspark 2.0 Hackathon. And our title of the project is "EmpathEyes," with a pun added to the title name, which is "Empowering Empathy and Awareness for the Visually Impaired People." So this is a project title, and we are going to explain a lot more about our project in the coming slide. And here is a problem statement. So visually impaired individuals, they face daily challenges related to their safety, independence, and their social interactions that they come across in their day-to-day life. And they often struggle to be fully aware of their surroundings since they're obviously, visually impaired. And this lack of awareness can actually lead to missed social cues, potential dangers, and barriers to empathy. And now, what we've come up with is that we've come up with a solution where the impaired people can actually interact with humans in such a way that if they come across a human and since they're not able to see their face, they can actually recognize the emotion that the human is actually, portraying or displaying, even without actually seeing them, with the help of this prototype device that we've actually developed using a Pi game interface. So, coming into more about that, the first part is the emotion recognition algorithm. So what we've initially done is we've used a convolutional neural network in order to train a particular data set and extract features and recognize a particular emotion. So this particular part involves importing all the libraries, importing all the starter files, and training a particular data. So coming to the data part, so we have something called as the CK data. That's what we call over here. And this particular data was initially in this format where it consists of a particular emotion. There are emotions, a lot of emotions that are actually portrayed by the humans in this particular data set, say angry or disgust or surprised or fear or a neutral emotion. Even it could be a neutral emotion. And these are the pixel images. Images are in the form of pixels, and those particular pixels of this particular image is in the form of rows and in one particular column, and the usage column over here basically describes about what the training data is and what the testing data is. And this particular data has been pre-processed by ourselves and put into a format where each pixel is into a particular column so that it can be easy for the data to be processed by the machine learning model. And finally it consists of the usage and the emotion. So this is about the data, and we load and pre-process the images, and then we split it into an 80-20 ratio, and then we developed a particular model which can recognize a particular image's emotion, so basically the emotion portrayed by the individual. And we ran it for 100 epochs, and we got a test accuracy of 63%, while that was training accuracy of close to 98%. And then moving on, coming to the main part of it, so we developed the high game interface, which is right over here. So this is the Pi game interface. So this is the game which we'll actually use as a prototype for the actual device that we'll actually be developing. So this Pi game interface, what it basically does is the interface, or say the prototype, will consist of 4 human beings around a particularly visually impaired person. And whenever the visually impaired person comes into contact with that particular human, a camera will basically pop up. Or in other words, the device will actually get activated, and the device, once it gets activated, it'll recognize the emotion that is being displayed by the human to which the camera points on. So that particular emotion will actually empathetically help the visually impaired person to connect with that individual and accordingly respond as to how to respond to that particular person. It'll be of some help to that particular visually impaired person. So here, let me demonstrate it to you. This is the code that we actually used in order to make that particular thing. And here we go. So you can find a visually impaired person over here moving around. So that's my character. And you can find 4 people over here. I've just blurred the background so that since this is a prototype, that actually represents the particular road in which these people are walking. And when this visually impaired cool person comes into contact, say with me, a video opens up, as you can actually see. And it can actually recognize different kinds of emotions over here. So you can recognize fear when I'm, yes, see, there you go. And you can recognize a happy emotion. You can recognize a sad emotion. There are a lot of emotions that actually come inside and can dynamically change on what I actually perceive. And once I move away from that particular person, you can see that the camera automatically switched off. And until I come into contact with the next person in the road, the camera doesn't actually pop up. So this way, the visually impaired person will also be able to know that human is around, and even this can be another use case where it can potentially eliminate danger. If someone's angry or something and they're coming close to you, as a visually impaired person, you may not be able to see that, and this particular device will basically help you to recognize that particular emotion. And in this particular way, this environment prototype basically helps you to create a particular device, say a cooling glass or something, and if you add more features such as GPS and so on into the actual main device that we will design in future, which is part of its future scope, you'll be able to incorporate all those features. And whenever a human comes into contact with this person, you'll automatically be able to perceive the emotion that is being displayed, accordingly react, respond, and this definitely makes a visually impaired person empathize better with human beings. And this is something that we brought it as an idea, and it also acts as a social impact when it comes to creating this device. So this has a really good social impact when this goes from the prototype stage to the actual design. So this is the idea of a hackathon. Hopefully you guys liked it, and that's how we conclude this particular hackathon video. Thank you so much.